If I gave you what you want, would it come right back? Would it knock me to the ground just like a heart attack? Nobody means what they say. Nobody says what they mean. Careful what you wish for, it might come true. Don't it make you happy when you do what you do? Nobody gets what they want. Nobody wants what they get. On this merry-go-round, spirals down, spirals down. On this merry-go-round, spirals down, spirals down. Running to the ground till the dirt says no more. Then we can't remember what we started it for. Nobody needs what they learn. Nobody learns what they need. On this merry-go-round, spiral down.
Well done. Well done. Finish him. Nightwolf wins. Friendship. Friendship again.
Running circles in my head. One of these days I'll chase you.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Brexer Show. I told you guys before I was opening with Foo Fighters, so here we go again. You gotta get out. You know you make me break out. Make me break. Yes, yeah, and you know what, guys? I gotta show you this because this made me break out laughing when I saw this. What the heck is this? Michael B., where are you? Are you in the chat? What are we doing here with 1UP? What is going on? I mean, is this... I can't even look at this and go, what is going on? Oh, I mean... What? Somebody sends me this picture, they just as a joke. Look at this. Hey, can you play? Rexer, you're 6'5". Can you play on these things? What do you think? What do you think? I can't play on these things. Look at them. It's making me laugh. Michael B., come on. No, the other ones are fine, but, you know, we talked about this before. Yeah, Foo Fighters, I'm going to get copyrighted. I don't care. You know, whatever. I'm going to lose this 73 cents I make from this video. So not a big deal. All right, Adam, show me retro. Hollywood, Polo, Kev, Greg, Dreamcast, call everybody. Thanks, Scott J. Let's get that. We got to get it off the screen, right? Oh, boy. What is going on, guys? So today we have an interesting show, okay? Wolfenos is supposed to join us, as you saw in the thing, but he's having technical difficulties, but we'll get him on. We'll get him on. We're going to talk about cheaters. Well, first let me start this because I don't want people thinking that I have leaks or something, that I know what 1UP had, that I was one of those YouTubers, which we'll get into that. Okay, we'll get into that. But I don't have leaks, but if I did, I'd tell you. But we'll talk about that later, okay? We'll talk about that later. It needs 2 more risers. Or 2 risers. Yeah, it does. 2 full size. We're going to talk about cheaters. So I came across this video of speedrunning, and it was done 6 months ago, whatever. I don't know. I don't care. It comes up. I watch it. It's interesting. I wanted to share it with you guys because I have I can't, I'm looking at Scott J's thing. It's terrible. You know, I'm looking at my whatever they present to you you would like. So they send me a gaming video, and I'm like, okay, I'll watch it. And it was kind of interesting. But I want to share with you how stupid this is, of the outcome of this video. Okay, and this is where the cheaters come in. You know, we can talk about cheaters in general forever, which maybe I'll touch on after. But let let me start with this. So there's this video.
The
okay?
18th of January 2020.
And let me go back a little bit. I gotta go back to the beginning actually. He does this video where I'll pause it. Where this guy breaks a record. Okay, he breaks the Super Mario. I don't know if you guys seen this. Have you guys seen it in the chat? You know, this one guy, Lewarky or LeQuirky, I don't know. He ties a record, and he'll explain it here. But there's this big thing of whether he cheated or not, and I'm going to let you guys make the decision here. But if you saw this video in the chat, please let me know, okay? Because I want to know what you guys think after you see my clips. Now, I'm just telling you, I took bits and pieces out of this video, and you're only going to see kind of the parts that interested me. So here we go. Just know that the plot is this guy tied a record back in the day, the record at the time, not far ago, and it was questioned. Here we go.
On the 18th of January 2020, the speedrunner Cosmic set a new world record for Super Mario Bros. With a time of 4 minutes, 55 seconds, and 646 milliseconds. Cosmic had been grinding the game for over 8 years, and...
Okay, let's stop it there. So this Cosmic guy gets the record, and he goes on, this is, you know, he goes on to say he grinded the game for 8 years. Okay, keep that in mind when you watch the rest of this. Hey, Brad, what's up? Keep that in mind when you watch the rest of this and see what's going on.
Super Mario Bros. Resides in the very upper echelon of games where the world records are universally cherished whenever they happen. So it may surprise you to learn that on the 23rd of October, the Brazilian speedrunner Lekuki stunned everyone when he tied Cosmic's record. This was truly shocking, as only a week before, his personal best was still a full 3 seconds behind. I don't think anyone was expecting it to happen this soon, and if it did, you would assume it would be one of the existing top players who had been grinding hard. Lekuki seemingly came out of nowhere and achieved this incredible feat after only several days of trying. The problem is not only the strange way in which the time was achieved, but also the history of the runner himself.
Okay, here we go. So he's talking about this guy breaks the record and the history of this guy. And because he came out of nowhere, like these guys have been playing forever, and here comes this guy who is, you know, on and off. He shaves his time by like a full second or so to tie the record. So here we go. And now he's being questioned.
This world record tie appeared to come out of nowhere, and Lekuki's previous personal best was relatively far away from the top players, sitting at 4 minutes, 56 seconds, and 878 milliseconds. Every single one of the best players has put in thousands of attempts to get where they are. Lekuki's progression is not typical at all. In fact, it is extremely atypical, enough to raise concerns over its legitimacy. Lekuki certainly did not have a history of top-level play, and had in no way, shape or form developed the community's trust as a top player. Okay.
So nobody knows who this guy is. You know, the top players don't trust him. We're starting to get a lot of questions here. Let's just go on to the next part.
This isn't the first time Lekuki has come out of nowhere to achieve an insanely difficult world record. It has happened before, and it wasn't very long ago, happening in May of this year. On the 4th of May 2020, Lekuki claimed a new world record in Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, with a time of 7 minutes, 56 seconds, and 515 milliseconds. The crazy thing about this run is that it was his very first ever submitted for the game. He even claimed himself that this was the first time he had ever completed a single speedrun for the Lost Levels. I've been a speedrunner for over 20 years, and I can't remember a single instance of this ever happening in a heavily contested game. This claim is so bizarre that the other members of the community had no choice but to be immediately skeptical. But ultimately the run was rejected and would never be seen on the ranks.
Oh, so the guy did another game before and he cheated to get first place. So they caught him cheating on this thing. Okay, well, maybe once a cheater, always a cheater. But let's see.
Super Mario Bros. Is timed in part by using the Bowser pattern to determine how many frames have passed, and using this metric, the run was world record pace, but in real time, it was actually half a second slower. Even if it was
Half a second
accepted, it wouldn't be considered a world record due to this discrepancy. But one of the most important factors was Lukuki's history outside of speedrunning Super Mario Bros. In 2018, he claimed multiple world records in Mario Kart DS, which were later exposed as cheated runs.
Wait, he cheated
the
again?
moderation team then placed very stringent requirements on further proof, insisting that a hand can be used, as well as showing the console and controller attached. But after these new rules were put in place, Lukuki never touched the game again, and he still doesn't even have a single run submitted on the rankings, which in my opinion is strange for someone who was capable of achieving the world record on their very first completed run.
Wow, so this guy gets a world record on one of his first completed runs on the lost levels now. We're talking about the lost levels. And it's questioned and it's not legit. Oh, go figure. Okay, and he never plays it again. Here we go.
And there was one critical moment after his most recent Super Mario Bros. World record that really stood out to me, as well as the other moderators.
So I've shown cables. Oh yeah, the cable is going to the TV. How do you even show the cable is going to the TV? I don't think it can. That's gonna be too hard of a task. Well, yeah. At this point, I think you can't really.
Kriller37, who's one of the Super Mario Bros. Moderators, told Lukuki to show the cables running from the Nintendo to the TV. Lukuki tries for about 2 seconds before covering up the camera and claiming that it would be too difficult. This seems incredibly suspicious.
What?
Imagine you have just tied one of the most popular and respected world records in all of speedrunning. The moderator of that game asks you to do something that seems pretty simple, but you refuse. This is after you've already had another world record rejected due to past cheating.
What? So the guy asks him, show the cables connected to the TV, and he says, oh, it's too hard. I don't know. And he totally dismisses it. What? I mean, what? So I wouldn't care about this story, guys, if the end result was, well, the score was rejected and he cheated again and it didn't count. But it counted. They gave him the world record. They said, yeah, it was legit. Now I'm gonna bring my special guest on here because he's a revered pinball cheater. I'm still trying to figure out how, but his claim to fame is that his pinball, it might be a little suspect. What's up, Wolfenose?
Pinball cheater? Come on, man.
I'm still trying to figure out how, but
it's just patterns, man.
Yeah.
If you figure games out, if you played them in real life, you figure out patterns. That's how it goes.
Yep. Yeah. You gotta understand the strategy. You gotta understand where the targets are and the jackpots, and that's key. You've taught me a few things for sure. You've taught me a few. So, but I mean, Wolfenose, come on here. What am I wrong here? Have you seen this video? Is the guy cheat or not? And in the chat, so far, did the guy cheat or not in the chat? Is he a cheater or no?
If the guy has been busted for it legit before, it's more than likely he cheated somewhere here too. I mean, we got to figure. We don't know how, maybe, but if he's been legit busted for it, then and they proved it, then this is like the whole Billy Miller or what's his face thing all over again with Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah, Billy Mitchell. I can't believe it's that rampant. I can't believe like these people are cheating so badly, but like I said, I wouldn't have shown it, but they accepted his score. I wrote something in the chat, and some guys like he's legit, the other guys like this. Here's my point, guys, and this is what I wanted to show everybody in the chat. Okay, when you go through life, and maybe this movie, maybe this Razor. When we might have talked about it on one of my previous streams a long time ago. When you live life, okay, and you need to have a philosophy about making decisions. Have you ever heard of Occam's razor? Has anybody heard of Occam's razor? Do you remember, Wolfenose, what movie where they said, oh, what is Occam's razor? Do you remember that movie? Jodie Foster was in it.
It was Contact?
It was Contact. So let me bring this in here, guys. And this is Occam's razor, okay? You should live life with this motto, and I'll get into why in this instance in a second.
Razor, you've ever heard of it?
Occam's razor, it sounds like some slasher movie.
No, Occam's razor. It's a basic scientific principle. And it says, all things being equal, the simplest explanation tends to be the right one.
Makes sense to me.
All right. So what's more likely? Thank you.
So what's more likely? The simplest explanation tends to be right. Is it that this guy came out of nowhere and never even played the game while these guys were doing 20,000 attempts and he got the world record and tied it when he wasn't even close before? Or is it more likely he probably cheated on the one end? Right, Wolfenos? You've seen that movie.
I would tend to agree, since he's had a prior history of cheating and been caught for it.
Yeah.
He'd more than likely cheated here.
There's no question
which
he cheated.
which typifies Occam's razor.
Exactly. Exactly. So live life with Occam's razor, and you'll always make the right, not always, but you're going to make the decision, right? And I think we used to talk about baseball and cheaters, Wolfenos, where we were talking about Barry Bonds, and it was like, the guy went from 40 home runs to 72 home runs in 1 year. In 1 year, he never hit over more than 40 home runs in 12 years, and he goes from 40 to 72.
And his head also grew like 30
and
sizes.
And everybody, no, he's not on roids. He just got that much better.
Yeah.
What? I mean, use Occam's razor, man. Use Occam's razor. Is it more likely that the guy is on steroids and hit 32 more home runs? Or
and look at Roger Clemens.
Same thing, man.
Roger Clemens grew like 30 sizes too.
We could talk about these guys. I'll still say to this day, Mike Piazza is a huge steroid user.
Oh, big time.
He got in. Nobody said anything.
And I'm a New York guy. I can tell you that.
Yeah. Oh, we could talk Piazza for a while. Okay. I got to go back to this video though, guys, because there's something else in this video that, oh, shoot. I think I removed it. Did I? But I'll tell you, because we'll go to the next part anyway. The next guy breaks the record and he uses a keyboard after him. Another guy, a new guy, breaks the record and he's playing the game with a keyboard and emulation. Now, I'm not so mad about emulation because they say the Super Mario Brothers emulation is so spot on that it doesn't matter.
Right.
But they give him this record with a keyboard and I'm going, wait a second. Now the world record holder used a keyboard to get it and you guys are accepting it, and they did accept it. So my question in the chat is, should the world record holder be able to use a keyboard to get a world record holder in a game like NES Super Mario Brothers?
No. You should be using exactly what either the console that they made it on or the controller they made it with. That's how it should be. I mean, we've all played games via keyboard before we got a good controller, let's admit it. But, you know, you can't. No, you got to play with what the game was made with.
Yeah, if back in the day I could plug a keyboard in and play on a Nintendo console and use a keyboard, then I would have said, yeah, it's fine.
Right.
Like people do Fortnite, yeah, it's fine. You plug a keyboard into a PS3 and it works.
Play with a controller or the CPU.
You know? Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. So and these people are like, it's keyboard's fine. I'm like, that's because you're an idiot. It's not, you need to have two different, and they, it's like in Donkey Kong, they have two different categories for MAME and real hardware.
Yeah.
They split it out. Anybody's using some, they kind of make an asterisk or something like that. Okay.
That's where Billy Mitchell got the snag too.
Right.
So.
Right. So for those just joining, we're going to talk, we just talked about the cheaters part. We'll talk about the leaks in a second. I do not have leaks. Okay. Unless somebody wants to text me the leaks of the 1-Up, I will tell them. I don't care. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Then we're going to talk some pinball. I actually did go to the Pinball Hall of Fame. There's a couple new tables that are possibly coming out. I don't know if you saw Wolfenos. I'm going to surprise you with them. We'll see if you heard. Yeah, and nothing too big, but I thought they were both pretty cool.
I heard about a certain arcade game from a certain somebody we know.
Okay, well, wait. If that's a leak, we'll talk about it in the leak section, okay? All right. It looks like P-Dubs is at Dave & Buster's playing on the world's largest centipede. Very cool. Still listening to the...
Pinch your hand in the trackball, not just your fingers now.
Thank you, P-Dubs. That is awesome. Rexer, do I have a shirt available? I only have this shirt available. It's on Wolfeno's site. This is the only one. I don't have my regular shirt available. Okay. So P-Dubs, we got to go over some of the stuff you talked about here with leaks. Okay. I want to, we'll go to P-Dubs. And I told P-Dubs, I said, you're going to want to be on the show because you're going to want to talk about some of this stuff. So I invited him on at the end, but I don't think he's going to make it. So he's just going to have to listen to what I get to harass him about and say about. Okay. So for those that don't watch P-Dubs, this Simpsons thing leaked. Okay. Let me see if I have the picture here. I'll just put it up. Okay. And Wolfenos, did you see this? The Simpsons leaked in Arcade 1-Up, and this is what's going to come out. Have you seen this?
Like we couldn't tell that was coming after, X-Men and everything else. Come on.
Right. And
You know?
other people had speculated, like Console Kits did a video. Is it coming? Oh, and then I think even Cool Toy probably, you know,
I mean, if they
speculated.
put out Pac-Man 5 million times, and why wouldn't you think they'd put out something like this?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I hear you. So here's what I'm getting at. Let's go to
Did I do that?
did I do that? Okay.
He's got his pants hiked up doing that impression too.
I hope people know that one. But let's listen to some of the things Pete
There's a
said.
random email, and it's got pictures of everything coming out for Arcade 1-Up, and it does look to be legitimate stuff, right? I take a look at everything, and yeah, there's some pretty amazing stuff out there, pretty amazing stuff. And I take a look at it, and I'm like, okay, what do people know about today? So people know about that cabinet, they know about that cabinet, they don't know about this cabinet, no mention of this cabinet, no mention of this product. I was like, but then we have this Simpsons cabinet, which I would swear, call me crazy, I would swear that this cabinet was essentially confirmed already by Arcade 1-Up, you know, John D on live streams with the nod and the wink.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like
I
it's
agree.
coming. As well as the live streams he's been on, the shows that he's been on, those shows have actually said it's coming, and here's the games included, right? Right? Because everyone knows that cabinet's coming.
Yes, everyone knows the cabinet's coming now.
Yeah, let me say something there with P-Dubs, because John D was flashing not only that stuff, but he was flashing like, what was it? Stuff with Smash TV. What else? Smash TV, Total Carnage, and something else, and then acted like you know it wasn't coming.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, come on, dude. You know.
So, you know, another part I want to make note is P-Dubs gets this anonymous email. So P-Dubs knows. Okay. Now, let me ask you this: P-Dubs knows all of them. You know.
Yep.
He holds it back and only gives one that argues the way we argue right now. He didn't even give away all of them. He could have. He could have told you all of them, and he should have just sent it to me, and I would have, because I don't give a crap. Now, why P-Dubs gives a crap or not after this, I don't know. We'll talk about that in a second. And I'm going to tell you, people, 1-Up and some people are starting to get what I call the Dodgson syndrome. You have any idea what the Dodgson syndrome is? I call him Dachshund because it's easier to say in the movie.
No,
Dachshund.
I think I've heard it, but not too familiar with it.
We're going to get into the Dodgson syndrome here that I made up, and
not
what
Dotson
the problem
like the car, is it?
Not Dodson like the car, but it sounds like him when he calls the guy Dodson. You'll know where I'm going with this. Okay. He was saving us, Rexer. He was saving us from knowing what was on E3, and we'll get to that. Okay, let me go forward here. See what else he has to say.
I felt bad about it. Like, I honestly felt bad about it because a lot of people, they ruin the fun and the excitement for everyone else, and that's what I was doing. I was ruining the fun and excitement for everyone else.
Okay. Everybody in the chat, if somebody comes out with all the E3 1-Up announcements in advance and you feel really bad because somebody did it and you're so disappointed that, oh, they ruined my fun and my thing, you need to go home and rethink your life, okay? If that getting exposed early is going to be that traumatic to you where it's going to ruin, you know, your life, then you need to start rethinking what 1-Up means to you, okay? And we're getting into the Dodgson effect here, okay? Am I wrong, Wolfenose? Am I wrong? I mean, come on.
Well, like I just
is it going
said
to affect you if I sit here and tell you all three units?
I mean, we had to figure it was coming with the X-Men. You know what I mean? And this license, knew this license was in the pipeline. So why is this such a surprise, and why is there so much heartache over it, especially when he's teasing it?
Yeah, exactly. And
come on,
you know,
drama queen.
You did the right thing, I guess, by taking it down, but I don't think at all you had to. I mean,
no, exactly, he didn't.
Okay, so let's go on. Let's see what else. I think I got one more clip that he says here.
I mean, I understand why he did it out of respect, but
when it comes to the stuff that you guys don't officially know about, which a lot of YouTubers know about, like I'm sure the Game Room dudes, the Retro Buzz, the 1-Up Weekly guys, everyone, I think everyone knows. The guys who cover this space frequently, they all know what's coming, right? They all, and even if they feign excitement, You know, it's all just to make it entertaining for you guys. They all know what's coming.
Okay, this was interesting. Okay, because they all know it. All these YouTubers know it's coming. I don't. Okay, I don't. Let me get to Zohar super chat. Thank you, Zohar, very much. Let's see what he has to say here. I would love to see cabs exposed early, especially when we get zero news as it is. Right?
Well, here's another thing, Rex, to think about. You know, are they doing this to act like there's drama to drum up more interest?
Yeah, I don't know. And it got another video. It got more talk. Oh,
it's working.
It's working, I guess, for them. But we're getting. Let me get back to his everybody. Okay, then if everybody has the news already that P-Dub says, okay, I don't want to see what's coming at E3 and speculation, because you MFers already know what's coming. Okay. Yeah. And it's around the horn, and you guys have been doing this, and I'm telling you people in the chat, all my chat viewers, I'm telling you guys and gals, they've been doing this for a while. A lot of these YouTubers, they know what's coming in advance, and then they still try and speculate, okay? And Cool Toy, how do you think Cool Toy makes a video 30 seconds after the announcement and posts it right when videos come out? Because he already knew it takes a week. It takes days to edit and film and do all this stuff yet these videos come out 30 seconds after they make the announcement. So people know, okay? So when they do speculations and what's coming, everybody out there, I'm going to call you out. You better say, I already know, I'm not going to speculate. Okay? Period. And drop it, because I don't want any speculation. All right. What's up, Conti? Thanks for joining, Paul. Good to see you. Detroit Love is with me. He doesn't know Jack either. I I don't, because I'd come out and I just put a community post.
They're making an I don't know. You don't know Jack Cab? Is that what
right?
Yeah.
I used to have a board game and all that.
I started drama there. I'm sorry. No.
Oh, that's okay. It's okay for this. But where was I? Okay, let's get back to the Dachshund effect. Okay. One Up and kind of P-Dubs, okay? You're making too much of this. You're thinking too much of it, okay? You're acting like you got the atomic codes for the USA or something, and you leaked those stuff. You're acting like you're Edward Snowden, and you're leaking stuff. It's freaking arcade tables. Nobody cares, okay?
People are still going to buy them.
People are still going to buy them, and it's not going to do anything.
Right.
So here's the Dodgson effect, all right? When you guys all remember Jurassic Park, and he's like, Dodgson, over here. Yeah. And he's like, you shouldn't say my name, And he's like, we got Dodgson here. So here, let me show you the video. I hope this is it. Let's see. Here we go.
Nobody cares.
Simpsons. They changed his name to Simpsons.
Simpsons.
You shouldn't use my name.
Simpsons. We've got Simpsons here. See, nobody cares. Oh, you guys. You see, nobody cares. Nobody cares. One Up. Nobody cares that this gets leaked.
Look, he said Simpsons. Nobody cares.
Just put it up. Simpsons. It has nothing to do with the game. It's a cool game. I'm not saying that. It's just that nobody cares, man. It's leaked.
Speaking of which, I just pre-ordered that pinball. I'm pretty excited. So.
The Simpsons pinball?
Yeah, the Stern one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. What? Yeah, love that.
It's got the moving T-Rex in it and everything.
Give me the video. I'll keep it up. Right, Detroit Love? I mean, no, I heard some other garbage. I know P-Dubs did the right thing, I guess. I'm not saying that, but One Up, nobody cares. All right, One Up, just give it up. Now I got to have another drink. Sorry.
People are going to buy it anyway, man.
People are going to buy it, and people are still going to wonder what it looks like and what it is. You guys get your diagrams wrong and your images wrong every other time. So you're still going to.
I had a feeling they were going to announce Star Wars even before Cool Toy did a video on it.
Yeah.
And then when he did the video, man, I was like all over looking for a pre-order because I just sold my original cab. I had the real thing.
Yeah.
And I sold that. It was in bad shape, but that's why I got rid of it. So because I heard the rumor that the actual game is coming with 3 other games in it. So
should have bought Mando LE. We're gonna talk.
Nah, JP's gonna be the better game.
Okay.
JP's already in the top 6 of all time, top 100 games though.
We're going to get to pinball. We're going to get there.
Yep.
And we do have the breaking news or some of the news about a couple pinballs. What should we do next, though? Okay, P-Dubs, just want to make sure that if you were on, I wanted you to come on and talk about this, okay? All right. So moving on. So recently I went to Pinball Hall of Fame. So
Nice.
they moved it here to Las Vegas, and it's pretty huge, okay?
I'm jealous.
So I'll show a quick video here, guys, of Pinball Hall of Fame here, the new one. I didn't do a lot, and Linda, aka the Gamer Girl, is going to put out a video tomorrow. So if you want to see more and actually look at that video, go to Linda, aka the Gamer Girl, and watch her video. Oh, I got another super chat. Thank you very much, Zohar. Let me see what he's saying. They should announce all cabs now so we can at least budget, right? For our money purchases, that would be a smart move on their part. Yeah,
Yep.
The earlier the better. Yeah, I could see that. Kongs are us here. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move
B?
on to. Go ahead, Wolf.
No, just saying hi to B.
All right, let's go on the Pinball Hall of Fame. Here it is, guys. And you could see this huge sign when you're driving down the strip, and it was right next to the Las Vegas sign. So if you come to Las Vegas, not only do you knock out the Las Vegas sign, but you also knock out, the Pinball Hall of Fame right away. You can take your picture at the Vegas sign and then go in the pinball. Now, I don't have much footage here. I didn't take too much. I was actually with the family and playing games, but
I'd hide under one of those after they closed just so I could keep playing.
Right. They got so in the old one, it was real small, and they had a whole back room of pinballs that they didn't keep out because they just didn't have enough room. Well, now they got the room, and they are out, almost all of them. So, it's just lined with pinballs now.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave.
Right? You could spend all day in there and it'd go by so fast.
No. Yeah, they'd take about 5 Vegas PD to get me out of there.
There's Linda, aka the Gamer Girl. See, she was there. So it's obviously something you got to check out, but it's huge now. And they don't just have pinballs. I don't want to say that. They have all the classic arcade games as well. They had Donkey Kong, and the screen was inverted. They had the monitor flipped the wrong way. So I was like, oh my God, But anyway,
got to play in Hebrew, right to left.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Who says, Al, you're lucky to live in Vegas? Right? I am lucky. It's a nice place.
Yeah, man.
And the weather is great too. While you guys are all freezing or worried about floods.
It's a dry heat.
It is a dry heat. All right, I'm missing everybody's chat, and I pinball is back. That's right, Brad. Pinball is back. So anyway, while we're talking about pinball, I got to think, and I don't know because I don't have the answer, but is OneUp going to release a universal table at E3? What's the next table, Wolf? I mean, what is the next thing they bring to us, and will it be at E3?
The only thing I can think of them doing instead of the small cabs are like a large wide body type cab. That's the only thing I can think of them doing that could improve on that.
But remember the universal table leaked? What universal games could
universal table?
Yeah, wasn't it?
Like a just with everything in it?
Yeah,
like
it was
with PenFX?
I don't know what games were on it. Nobody saw. They just heard, right? Am I wrong, everybody in the chat?
Unless they're planning something for the new PenFX platform, which I'm thinking.
Back to the Future? I don't know. But I thought they'd come out, E.T. and Jaws it was. That was it. There was E.T. and Jaws on there, I think was the rumor.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
probably
Jaws
Back
E.T.
to the Future then.
But
it's probably going to be a Back to the Future cab.
Everybody in chat's gonna have to tell me because I'm not paying attention to this stuff. It is one of the things of pinball they're going to come out with at E3. What is the?
Well, they're going to do that like they are with everything now. They're for all the packs. They're going to do different. Different cabs for all the different packs, and then obviously you can play whatever packs you own on it. So,
Subwoofer says the demo box was at E3 a while back. You're saying they didn't already load in E3 now and see a demo box?
Huh.
Oh, both those tables suck from Zen. What do you're pinball guy? Come on, E.T. Back to the Future.
I actually like Back to the Future, man. I think it's a good table.
Yeah.
I mean, you battle the car at the end. It bounces your ball off all over the table, but it's fun. Or the multi balls.
Yeah,
it's a fun game. Jaws is okay. I like the VPX Jaws better.
Okay.
Yeah,
They need
better.
to completely rethink the one-up pinball design IMO. Okay, so here's what I want to talk about pinball, guys. I don't really say too much, but a couple things came up and kind of bothered me. Number one is the nudge doesn't work well, and we talked about that.
Dude.
But here's one thing that was interesting. I was watching a show the other day, and the one guy who kind of is an arcade pinball expert said, and you guys might want to take note, he said, the instructions say to flip the table over, you know? And he's like, that's not how I'm doing it, you know? He's like, you don't want to do that. And he goes, and then all these people, you know, so I brought up the accelerometer problem. And he goes, it's possible when they're flipping that table over that they're screwing up the accelerometer. And that's why it's not nudging that great,
absolutely.
you know? But that's not how, I mean, especially with a real table, you would never flip it over. But
No.
I mean, even this one, I don't know why you would be flipping it over.
Tip it upright when you take the legs off.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah. So I just thought it was interesting when he said that. But I did say that, you know, the table was fun. He said Whitewater's unplayable. He had Attack from Mars. And, you know, he was saying other stuff. But here's one thing that bothers me. And this wouldn't bother you, Wolfenose, because you probably have these boards memorized and know everything. But when the table is washed out, I can't read it, right? I can't. Things are flashing, you know, and it says, oh, hit the shed, hit the barn, you know, hit lowest lane, you know, and I don't want to be sitting there going, where the heck is, I can't read this. How, you know, so that's the one thing that really bothers me.
Quite frankly, LEDs and tables, real table anyway, it kind of improved that. So you know where the targets are.
Yeah.
As opposed to the old days where you had the old incandescent lights. Mm-hmm. So you knew where it was, you knew where the target was, but LEDs actually help with that more now, where you know where the target is.
Yeah. Yeah. But the screen just resolution not being like, you know, so that bothers me and the tilt bothers me.
Pinball arcade, you had to turn the contrast down and everything in the settings because the tables were so bright.
Yeah. It can be a guessing game here. You got 7 lights flashing in alleys, and I know you can hit any one, but sometimes the one alley's the extra ball, and I can't read where it says extra ball. You know what I'm saying, Wolf?
Because it's washed out.
And you know, and sometimes you don't have the ball locked all the time, and you want to look while the ball's bouncing around, you know?
Yeah, they need to tweak their settings a little bit better as far as all that goes. So, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
They think it's fine, I guess.
You know, so people, you know, who don't play it a lot, I mean, they don't know, but they don't care. But then you get that intermediate to good player, and he's like, well, I really want that. Now, I actually, guys, okay, I just loaded my Zachariah tables, or Zachariah, excuse me, onto my Kinect. And it's pretty good. I'm not going to say it's great. I do have 1 or 2 issues I'm working out with at games because the Kinect board is different from the other boards. But it's a little slow. It's not as good as, you know, playing on a PC, but it's not bad. I'll say that. It's not bad. I can't believe Kevgret, though, returned his. That's crazy. You know, it must have been terrible. Conti says still like the even though he still likes it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Poor graphics. It does, and it's nice. And you know what the one guy said? He said that no matter what, it's fun. He's like, it's fun, you know. So it doesn't matter. And he's an arcade pinball guy. You know, he goes, any way you look at it, the game is fun. You know, playing it's fun. Okay, but let me get caught up in the chat here. What's Zakaria remakes are too easy?
Yeah, the ball's a little like, I would say the physics aren't as good.
The physics aren't as good. No, they're not.
It's easier to control the ball in that too because of the fact.
Yeah, and on mine in here, the tilt is terrible. I can't even. I hit it and it moves like this much, and I'm going, what? You know, it's even worse than some of the FX3 tables that are very light on tilt.
Yeah.
So I'm going, oh man, they need to turn that up, or how do I turn it up? Or
I know they need to fix on, what is it, Red and Ted's Roadshow? They need to fix that far to the left there, that ramp that you go up to come back around. That goes down to, you know, where you have to pull it back on the left side and it hits them in the helmet.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah,
one.
that game, that ramp, you do have to hit it pretty hard, but it's almost like every time you hit it up that ramp, it comes right back down. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
So
Yeah.
They never. I mean, you
never fix
certain shots. It's fine, but they do need to tweak some of their existing tables, which I hope they'll do with a new platform.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go on to some of these new tables that, and then when I say new, they're not new, one up or whatever, but let me add, give me a second, guys, to add the screen here because I want to play the audio too, and I'm going to try and get it in here with the audio. But because these guys I watch all the time, and I'm taking their information. There's the guys who give me the information. So let's try and bring them in and add to stream. And let's see what
New
they
pinball
say.
machines. Tim Mark is our ace pinball reporter. So he's the one that always posts all the pinball stuff. So he was the one that posted this. But Haggis Pinball, Tim, is going to redo a machine. They're going to redo Fathom, Tim.
Fathom.
Which is a machine you're probably familiar with.
Great game.
Yeah. It's an old Williams-based machine, Tim, and Bally. It's an old Bally-based machine, Tim, and they're basically going to take it and they're going to soup it up. And of course, they're doing this in conjunction with Planetary Pinball Supply, who has the trademark for all of the Williams and Bally tables. And so Damian Harton, who's the CEO of Haggis Pinball, says we have been able to remake it using modern technology while preserving the look and feel of the original game. And Tim, I think this is a great.
So, I mean, what is this? Something One Up has rights to? Fathom?
I think I want to say Pinball Arcade did, but
Okay.
I'm not sure if Farsight got or if Zen got the rights to it. They may have.
Okay.
I mean, it is a classic Bally Williams game.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah.
So that's actually one of the first speaking games too.
Oh, it is? Okay. I was wondering what you knew about that game.
Digitally speaking, not like pre-recorded speaking like Gorgar, because Gorgar had pre-recorded speaking in it. But this had digital speaking in it. That was part of the system. So that's when those new systems came out, like 8 Ball Deluxe, Fathom, and I think there's Embryon and Xenon. I think those were some of the others.
Yeah. Fathom is Bally, so Zen says Supple Wrist. He knows his stuff. It's a pretty game. Man, Supple
it's fun
game
game
with
too.
Supple Wrist. He better know his pinball, right? He's always on here though. Good to see you, Supple Wrist.
Yeah, he gets beat in the tournaments. It's all good.
Yeah, doesn't your average gamer, does he always pronounce it wrong, right? Isn't he like supply it's Supple Wrist.
Like the Who song, man. Come on.
Yes, it's
Pinball
Wizard. Jeez. All right, what about this one? Let's add this. What about, have you heard of this? I mean, somebody kind of spilled it seemed like, but
yep.
The rumors are true. In a video.
Mark's got some inside sources or something.
Yeah, so he's constantly scouring pinball threads on Pinside and other places, listening to podcasts, trying to get any little bit of information he can.
That's a big name behind
about
it too.
Upcoming games, and he definitely nailed this one, Tim, in Star Wars: The Mandalorian. And Tim, they posted a video on May 4th. That
Brian Eddy,
Day,
Medieval Madness, Attack from Mars, Strange.
Social media channel.
I mean, he can't screw this up, can he?
No.
I don't think so.
That guy makes pinball gold, man. I mean, look at all the games he's touched. He also was the programmer behind Black Rose. So that's why a lot of the sounds and everything for Black Rose he did. So that was before he started making his own tables.
Yeah. Mando Pinball. Yeah, I mean, geez, do I ever want to shell out the money for these things?
Do I want to switch my order? Yes, I do, but I've already put a lot of, I already put it in for JP, which is an amazing game. So
yeah. What are these things running? They got pro versions. Which version are you getting?
I'm getting the premium, but I've saved my money for it. It's literally about. I got it. It was a little less than MSRP, which was $7,500.
Does it go standard, premium, and pro, or
pro, premium, and
okay,
limited edition?
Pro, premium, limited.
Limited that has the armor and all the extras in it.
Yeah, so. It might have more lights and other stuff, right?
Autographs, you name it.
Okay,
it's got it all.
Fancy stuff. All right.
Yeah, it's $11,000 right there.
But you can pay now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of these places do financing. You can do payments.
Oh yeah, you can. Some of the people I talk to do it, but I save my money and just
It's like buying a car, man. Right, guys?
Pretty much. I bought one other new pinball, but I got rid of it because I had some issues going on. So I got rid of it, sold it. Star Trek that they came out with.
Really? Star Trek's a good game.
It's a great game.
Okay.
So it's still, Next Generation everybody loves. It's a good game. I still think that's the better game.
Right. Okay. So
people are going to hate me for that, but
We're not done yet. I forgot to show you guys this. This is my Pinball Hall of Fame. That says Pinball Hall.
Oh,
of Fame
nice.
on the back. And then so if you go to Pinball Hall of Fame, you got to support them, guys. You got to support.
Yeah, I
them,
get that.
Okay, you got to support them and get something. And then they also have another room. They actually have a deal where you can pay $50, you get a T-shirt, and then you get your name on like a plaque of the wall saying you supported the thing. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to give the $50 and do that when they do it. So, all right, what else we got in the chat here? Boom, boom, boom. Wolfenose is a pinball wizard. What are we playing, Wolfenose? What are we playing pinball wise? What's going on in
like digitally
tournaments?
or real?
Yeah,
thing,
your VP.
Someone just put out a version of The Walking Dead on VPX.
Really?
Yeah, they made their own version of it, and it's pretty amazing looking.
So you have it?
Yes.
Oh, awesome!
You can go to VP forums and get it.
You got to stream that one.
Oh yeah, it's a good game.
Yeah. And the tournaments, what tournaments are you in? Pinball tournaments?
Black Rose right now. Your
Black
Average
Ro-
Gamers, Black Rose.
Okay.
That's the last one I'm probably gonna be doing because I'm gonna be moving here shortly.
Oh man, yeah.
Someone else is gonna have to take.
You got
to
to move all those
man.
pinballs behind you and all those arcades behind you. It's
Yeah,
gonna be a
pretty
tough
much.
move.
Yeah, all with one hand. Yeah, you got to take the tournament now, man. I won't be in it probably for a few weeks.
That's my opening. That's my opening. Is somebody else or Supple Wrist is opening?
Probably
One of
Supple
us.
Wrist, yeah, or Skynet.
All right, UAG Black Rose is it? I definitely will visit. You definitely have to visit it. It's a must visit. A must visit, guys. What else in the chat? I'm going to give you guys 5 more. My marquee looks on. Is that what he said? It is on. Yeah. Yeah, I have a brightness in the back, so I can make it brighter or lighter or whatever. So, but it's on. It's on, Zohar. I actually want a new one. This one isn't that great. I made it kind of myself. It's a long story. I don't even want to forget. But yeah, my Wallcade, like I said, I was playing some Zachariah tables on it. All right, let me go back here. Played the real WD table at CP Pinball.
WD.
WD. You got to spell your I don't know what's WD. Somebody will say. Am I playing
If you
Black
said
Rose
DM,
tonight?
I'd say Demolition Man, but you know.
Yeah. I don't think when's the last day for UAG's tournament?
There's like 5 days left, man.
Okay, maybe I'll get in. Maybe I'll get in the Black Rose then. I might
It's
have
under
time
M.
to do
It's
it.
under _MCAP_. That's that, and it's UAG 2021, I think.
Okay,
That's the pass.
but it's not under UAG. It's under a different.
It's under MCAP. MCAP started it
Okay.
for UAG.
Oh,
on
okay, because
vacation.
UAG was on vacation. Walking Dead. All right, there we go.
Oh,
Played
okay.
the Walking Dead table.
Yeah, the real table my daughter loves. So I almost bought that one, but I'm like, I'd rather have like a full movie title if I'm going to get anything.
Yeah.
Since I already got 2 movie title games. So
I told you I wanted to get the Beatles table, man. Music. I want the music.
tough one to
tables.
get.
Yeah. Is it in rare? It's not
Yeah,
out
it's
there.
expensive.
Yeah. Ah, man.
Like the
You
premium one, like the version of I'm getting of Jurassic Park, the premium, I think for just for that is like 10 grand. So I just couldn't. I want to play that too, but
I gotta laugh at this one by Conti. White Castle is so good. They just got White Castle here. White Castle's. Oh man, I'm too. I can't digest that. You know. I'm too old. Oh.
fast food, man. Don't agree with your age. That's for
It
sure.
doesn't agree. Yeah, when you get over 40,
Taco
SP
Bell,
dubs,
forget it.
It's going downhill. Oh, the Led Zeppelin table is a great table.
Yes,
I didn't
it's a
see.
fun game.
I think I watched a review. I think
That's a Steve Ritchie game too.
Okay.
That did T2 and
West Coast In and Out. Yes, we have that. That's great. I like that one. Very nice. We're getting into the food here. All right, guys, I could stay on all night, but I don't think I forgot anything. Did you want to say anything? Do we want to talk anything else, Wolfenose, before we go?
Nah, man, you hit all the bases tonight, brother.
Okay, good.
Baseball speaking.
I hope I gave everybody some information. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. Just remember the Dotson syndrome, man. Don't get Dodson syndrome. I say Dotson because it sounds like Dotson. Over
Don't
here.
buy an old crappy 80s car.
You know?
Dotson syndrome.
not the crappy Dotson. Remember that though. When somebody thinks that they're more important or what they're doing is more important than anything else, and you're like, hey Dotson, nobody cares, man. Nobody cares. It's good. Let's see. One last thing when they announce it, it's not right. It's not guaranteed this year. They might as well not announce it till the day they sell it. Thank you, Hollywood Polo. Thank you guys for showing up, and Occam's Razor too. Don't forget Occam's Razor. Make your decisions based of Occam's Razor. Thanks everybody. We'll see you later.